business journey as a creator is dark and overrated. And if you're a creator and you've ever tried to sell any services or products or anything like that, then you know how dark and overrated it is, depending on where you are on that journey. If you're in the early stages of that journey, then you might still be all rainbows and sunshine. But let me tell you, you're going to get beaten down real quick. And I don't mean for this video to come off too negative, because there is a bright side. But yeah, it's just much tougher than a lot of people think it is. And it's much more overrated than a lot of people think it is. Hey creators, Aimon here. And this is where I help creators profit from their creative work and go full time as well. And I'm really passionate about helping creators do that because it's a really dark and overrated journey, as we're discussing in this video. So, a little backstory. I guess I started in the creative industries in terms of providing services, maybe 2013, right? So over 10 years ago. Okay, I was still in film school at the time, just had an average camera. I'm a videographer, I run a real estate media company. And yeah, it was pretty easy because I had some contacts, had some family friends, and like some people helped me out, offered me some video work here or there. And it all kind of fell into place relatively quickly, right? Got a couple of clients, but then went traveling, came back, and lost them all. Had to build them up from scratch again, went traveling, came back, lost them all. Had to build them all from scratch again. And the whole time, I didn't have anybody holding my hand, right? So you're just stabbing in the dark like crazy. You really have no idea, especially if you're, as I said, very early in that journey. Then you have all these ideas and you have all this passion, you have all this energy, and you have all the gear, but you don't have sales skills, you don't have business skills, and you don't have systems and processes in place to help you find clients, provide value to them, make it easy to do business with you, and then retain those clients over a period of time, right? So this is what I'm saying by it's dark, because yeah, I fell in and out of the whole business journey with no guidance, no one to hold my hand the whole time. And there's a lot of dark times, really, because as I said, you're full of life, you're full of passion as a young person, and you want to get out there, you want to provide, provide services to people, but you just have no idea where to go and what to do. And you can watch a lot of videos on the internet, and unfortunately, a lot of them now, especially if you're on TikTok, they just make you feel horrible, because it's like, I'm a videographer and I'm 22, and this month I made $100,000, and it just makes you feel horrible, because it's like, you just don't want to hear that. That's not really helpful to you at all, And there's so many variables to it as well. People just don't really represent the full real journey online. A lot of people, they've gotten into particular ways that aren't necessarily the way that you're going to get into it. So there's either disingenuousness there, or just straight up lies, or somebody's handed it to them, or, and this is not to be bitter, but just listening to people online isn't very helpful, really, because you're on your own journey and you just have to be better than yourself yesterday. So it's not about comparing yourself to other people, but when you're looking for information about this thing, it might actually beat you down further rather than help you, which kind of sucks. So that's also why it can be dark, because it's kind of like the internet can be rigged against you. There's a lot of people that aren't actually really trying to help you on that journey. And the other thing is, it's also overrated because, yeah, a lot of people say, they glorify it. They make it seem like it's this amazing, wonderful thing that you're just going to crush it. But they present it that way because they just happen to have gotten over the hump of all the dark times, or again, they're barely holding on, right? They're not making the money that they say they are, or they're making it seem more glamorous than it actually is. But let me tell you, it's going to take an insane amount of grit. It's going to challenge you more than you think you're even capable of. And it's going to break you many times over, right? Because as a creative person, we're not necessarily built for the capitalist structure of the world. So we love obviously having autonomy over our own time and our own lives. And so we can be disagreeable. We don't really want to fit in with how other people want to do things. And so servicing clients, we've got to learn a lot of social skills in terms of, how to make them really happy. And that's a lot of the time potentially not how we envision the art to be most effective, right? So you've got to come to terms with that as well. It's a big ego battle there that you've got to overcome. And yeah, it's just the level of overratedness it's more hyped up than it actually is good. Because like you can get to a solid position. Like I'm very happy with the position that I'm in. I'm a full-time creator, right? And I would not have expected that I would have gotten here potentially ever, right? And it is deeply fulfilling now that I'm here, but I still struggle with the same challenges that I did, a few years ago in terms of like maybe not fitting in with my clients or the world or whatever. And it's a very, 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 very lonely journey as well. Because if you are a solopreneur, you're a freelancer, it's just you, then there's no one else to hold your hand. There's no, and having creative friends is huge in this particular path, because especially if they're doing, on kind of the same line as you, doing the same sort of thing, running parallel, you know what I'm saying? Because they're really going to help you on your creative journey. You're going to be able to learn things from each other. So that's really been huge for myself, is making sure that you have other creative people around you, right? Doing the same kinds of things, trying the same kinds of things, taking the same kind of risks. So yeah, it's this is not to dissuade you from doing this, if that's even a word. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm making it up, all right? But I digress, okay? Yeah, this is not to put you off, because it's like you can get there and you can be a full-time creative and you can make decent money doing it. But you just have to know that it's going to probably be the hardest thing you've ever done. And it's not going to be as financially rewarding as a lot of other pathways. You can do a whole bunch of other things with your life and make good money. And you could keep this as a hobby on the side, right? Or you could get a creative job and provide so much value to that company that they end up paying you more than you potentially would if you were out on your own. And you get the benefits of that, right? You get sick leave and paid holidays and all sorts of other potential benefits depending on how much value you can provide to that business, okay? There are other options, and it doesn't have to be, because it doesn't matter which pathway you take. It doesn't have to be the creative freelancer route. But if you are fully determined to do that, then you can do that. But yeah, it's just like, it has to be your entire life, your entire existence. You wake up, you're not mucking around on TikTok, you're not mucking around, hanging around with friends and doing unproductive things all the time, right? Obviously, you have to balance your life out. But you're always reading business books. You're always reading creativity books. When you're on YouTube, you're not just like watching fluff, right? You're watching creative business videos similar to this one, perhaps. Things are actually going to help you on your creative journey and making more money on your creative journey. And that's essentially why I love to help creators, actually break through that part, because it can be hell when you're stuck. So I've got a bunch of courses. Feel free to check them out in the description. And yeah, soon I'll be doing one-on-ones as well. So you'll be able to book that as well. Feel free to just email me about that on my website for now if it's not up yet. But yeah, it's good to know that this journey is much harder than people think it's going to be, and it's glorified so hard online. But then the plus side to that is that if you do know this and you are determined and you know very clearly, you have a very clear vision of exactly what you want, how you want to be living your life, how that feels, and then you have a step-by-step process, just reverse engineer it for exactly how you're going to get there. And then you wake up and that is what you do all day, every day. And if you're in a job, that's cool. But then every moment outside of that job, you're doing everything you can to work on these steps so that you can get to that place, take the next step, the next step, the next step. Working with clients on the weekends, working with clients after work, taking days off work to work with clients or provide value to people. And there's a whole bunch of ways that you can get clients that the competition is not doing, which is one of the courses I have in the description. Super cheap. It's only $50 Australian. And you can make it, right? And you're going to crush it more than other people if you are truly determined. But, something I regret very early in my creative career is that I was dipping my toes in. I was so scared. I was scared of risk, scared of putting myself out there. I didn't have clarity. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know who I was going to become. Didn't know what the options were. I didn't have somebody to hold my hand. I didn't have videos like this, which is really, I'm making this video for myself 10 years ago, you know, to help me gain clarity over what the options are. But if you are determined and you do everything you can in terms of always, you know, taking in information, trying to better yourself on this journey, and you're just going above and beyond in every way that you can. You're creating content to provide value to your target audience, you know, all these sorts of things on a daily basis. And that's all you do, you know, and, you know, you can schedule your day where you do have some chill time or you chill out on the weekends or whatever, but like it has to be such a priority for you. And you have to know that you're going to get beaten down over and over and over again for many, many years. And then one day you'll wake up and you'll be like, damn, I made it. And if you can commit to that, then you're going to be sweet. You're going to be so sweet. But I just wanted to get real for a little bit here because nobody ever told me how hard this journey was going to be. And now that I'm kind of on the other side of it, I've still got a long way to go, no doubt. I just wish I would have known that it was going to be such a brutal journey, right? And as an artist, you'll know that it's just brutal existing anyway because life is suffering. And as an artist, you express yourself, you know, through your suffering, I guess. Is that just me? No. Anyway. But yeah, hopefully you've gotten some value out of this video. Just a discussion that I've been having in my head lately and wanted to get some value out there about this. So yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.